Good afternoon. £6 million of work to improve the rail line in Hampshire has begun today at Fareham. For thousands of passengers, though, it means disruption for 9 days. Here's our transport correspondent, Mike Pearce.
The reason why there are no trains for the next 9 days along part of the busy South Coast main line. For many, it's buses replacing trains between Eastleigh, Southampton and Portsmouth. The work at Fareham clashes with the Great South Run, but Network Rail say the alternative is months of weekend closures.
Well, having seen the plans, I think that will be better for commuters in Fareham because 9 days work is needed. It's about how we organise that, and Network Rail and South Trains have decided to do it over a condensed period of time rather than weekends, which would take actually a longer period of time overall.
Throughout next week we're going to be taking up and replacing 9 sets of points. So we got in around 2 o'clock this morning and we've already started digging up a huge amount of the track bed, and that work's going to continue throughout the whole of next week. At the same time, we're going to be carrying out improvements to the station itself, so that'll involve improvements to the forecourt and the station access.
And the line is due to reopen on Monday week. Mike Pearce, ITV News, Fareham.
A man has been banned from driving for 3 years after causing the death through careless driving of one of his passengers in a crash in Bournemouth. Rafael Seniuk, who's 21, was driving a minibus in August when he collided with a car at the junction of Parkwood Road and Southbourne Road. Detectives are searching for these 5 men after a couple were defrauded out of £60,000 in Horsham. The victims reported an attempted burglary at their home in Brighton Road in April. 4 days later, the money was missing from their account. The temporary downgrade of the maternity unit at Horton General Hospital in Banbury has been extended. It was hoped it would be open again by January, but Oxford University Hospital's NHS Foundation Trust now says it'll reopen in March. A petition against the plans was delivered to the board in August. Dozens of farmers from across the country, including Hampshire, have been displaying their crops at the National Fruit Show, and the results are in. Tom Savides explains.
They come in all shapes, sizes and colours. A variety of apples on display at the National Fruit Show. There are also a few pears. And it's crunch time for some very proud growers. Meet Annette Bardsley. Her apples have picked up several awards, but her Bramleys, used for cooking, have been voted the best overall apple of the show.
People are now looking to find the best apples to cook with, and the Bramley is the best for many, many recipes.
The apples are judged on their shape, colour, skin quality and whether they're free from disease and bruises. What makes a good apple?
British climate is our climate in this country, so we want a good cold winter, we need lots of rain and we need some really good sunshine.
Of course, it's all about the taste, and that's what these judges are focusing on. What exactly makes a tasty apple?
It's got to be all round, really. I mean, I like an apple that's got the sweetness, skin not to be too tough.
There are dozens of categories. I've lost track of who's won what.
Many congratulations.
So next time you bite into an apple or indeed a pear, bear in mind it could be an award winner. Tom Savides, ITV News.
Selco Builders Warehouse, proud sponsors of ITV Meridian Sports Report.
Football now, and it was a disappointing afternoon for Bournemouth in the Premier League. The match ended in a goalless draw against Tottenham at the Vitality Stadium. In the Championship, Reading won 1-0 away to Rotherham and Brighton won 1-0 away at Wigan. In League One, Oxford United drew 2-2 away to Port Vale, while in League Two, Crawley were at home to Accrington, where they drew 0-0, and Portsmouth lost 2-1 at home to Notts County. Now, here's Philippa Drew.
From puddles to paddling, driving through Europe. Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian Weather.
Hello there. Well, this weekend has got off to a fairly settled start. More of the same to come over the next 24 hours. Mostly dry, sunny spells for many of us, but some overnight mist and fog to contend with. So this is the current setup. Generally dry and fine conditions across much of the UK, but over the next 24 hours or so, notice this low pressure twisting and turning down towards the southwest, allowing the associated rain band to start to make its way slowly northwards, making its way towards us for the start of the new week. More on that in a moment. Back to you tonight. A dry picture for many of us, largely clear skies, and that will give rise to some fairly widespread mist, fog and low cloud by morning. A chilly night all round as well for all of us, temperatures easily down into single figures and lower than these valleys would suggest out in rural spots. So tomorrow morning, a chilly start, a fairly dull start where we're stuck under the mist, fog and low cloud, but that'll gradually lifting and breaking and thinning. Some lovely sunny spells coming through for the afternoon, but temperatures still struggling. I think tomorrow probably highs 13, 14 degrees at best for many of us. And then looking at the next few days, well, that rain band comes towards us for Monday, drier, albeit still rather cloudy as we go through the middle of the week.
Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
Well, at least there'll be a little sun. That's it from all of us here on the Weekend Team. We're back tomorrow evening just after 6:30. But from all of us here, it's good night. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.